Yo, what up? In this video, we about to talk about how you never need to put someone on a pedestal and you need to stop looking up at people. Right, it's time for you to become the bar. So we about to go in. Now, before we go in, I want to say, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share this with a friend. That's all I ask for you, right? So let's go. So first things first, I want you to understand that you gotta stop putting people on a pedestal because you are making yourself feel inferior by putting someone else on a pedestal higher than you. So let me break this down because it's like, what you mean, Isiah? So what I mean is like, just because somebody got more money than you, that does not mean that you put them on a pedestal, because you're making this human being bigger than what you think they are. So you see somebody, you look up to them, right? Think about the phrase, I look up to this person. I don't look up to nobody. I may respect you, but I'm not looking up to you, because if I'm looking up to you, that means you're above me. It's time for you to start setting your own bar, becoming your own bar, setting your own standard of excellence, and you looking up to who you're becoming. So let me ask you a question. How different would your life be if you was only looking up to the person that you're becoming instead of looking up to somebody else who is not you, a completely different human being? You don't even know who they really are. Have you ever met somebody in person that you looked up to and really got to know them and you was like, man, I don't even know why I looked up to them. I don't even know why I was giving them too much credit. A lot of us have. And this is exactly why you got to stop putting people on a pedestal, right? So we got people and we got things, first and foremost. People, you're an entrepreneur, you on a journey, you trying to change your life. You trying to get out of corporate America, whatever it is. You're looking around to see somebody that you can learn from that can help guide you, right? That's kind of how the world is operating now. So now what happens? Because they may have a Benz or they may have a materialistic thing, what usually happens? You start to look up to them. Now, everything that they say, you think that is law or that is gold, and they're speaking from their perspective. So instead of you chewing the meat and spitting out the bones, you just think that this person is perfect. And now you're doing exactly what they're saying. And now you're starting to lose yourself. You're losing yourself in the process. So you got to learn how to ground yourself. You got to learn how to ground yourself, right? I don't care what kind of watch somebody got. I don't care if the watch is $80 million. You got to learn how to have discernment, because the journey of like success and really becoming your best version of yourself has nothing to do with other people, for real. I want you to always remember this. Anytime you put somebody else higher than you, you are putting yourself in an inferior position. And psychologically and subconsciously, you become less powerful. You become less powerful because you're not looking at yourself as high as you're looking at another human being. So in your mind, you're like, I'm lower than this person because they got more money than me. They're further than me in life. But here's a news flash. Let me remind you of this. Let me break this down for you. Just because somebody got more money than you does not mean that they're further in life than you. I don't know if you really understanding what I'm saying. Just because somebody got more money than you does not mean that they're further in life than you. How many people do you know that's a millionaire, or say they're a millionaire, multi-millionaire, but they don't have their health down? How many people? We see it every day on the internet. How many people do you know that have a lot of money, but they're spiritually bankrupt? How many people have you met from the internet and you meet them in person and you're like, yo, that is a weird individual? How many times has that happened? But what if you stop putting people on this pedestal and you was like, okay, that's a person. I see what they're doing. I can respect it. But at the end of the day, I'm the bar. If you put yourself as the bar, you'll never be disappointed by another human being again. And you will never lose yourself following somebody else. Because I don't know if you know, but you can lose yourself following somebody else. And then you could be so far down their rabbit hole that you ain't even who you really supposed to be. You gotta really understand what I'm saying here. Don't lose yourself following somebody else just because you put them on a pedestal higher than where you were at, all because of what they showed you. So let me tell you how to set your own standards so that nobody else will ever be above you in your mind. You got to set your own bar. You got to become the bar, set your own standards. So let's talk about a couple little categories, right? Let's just think about money, the very big one. We obviously live in a capitalistic society. It is what it is, right? Now, if your only goal is money, you're going to do whatever for the money. So if somebody shows that they got money, you're going to be like, yep, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to listen to. But when you become your own bar, you can see a person that has money, but then you can slow it down and start to be able to read between the lines before you go all in on following this individual. So don't chase the money. I'm going to do a whole video about this in depth. But don't chase the money. Money is fleeting. Money also is not real. We're in 2024 right now, right? I want you to think about this and understand this. Money used to be more valuable in 2005. Money used to be more valuable in 1990. Money used to be even more valuable in 1970. It was even more valuable in 1940. Back in the day when money was backed by gold. But now, money is nothing but numbers on screens. You don't even get cash back from the store for real no more. So if you are seeking only money, you're very empty inside. It's more ways to be rich in life than just money. Obviously, we need the bread. I get that 1,000%. But you can get finessed and finagled in this world all because somebody looked like they had money. It is so easy to get on Turo, go rent a Maserati that is really a Chrysler, because Chryslers make Maseratis, but most people don't even know that. It's easy to go rent a luxury vehicle, show off some money, show off luxury, and then make you feel like you need them. And then because that happens, this is marketing, this is psychology, they put themselves on a pedestal and you buy into that. Now you think you need what they're selling. You give them their money, they finessed you, you get nothing back in return, and now you still empty. See, this is what happened when you put people on a pedestal. Or you in the corporate sector and you like, man, I want to move up, okay? Because this person is in this position and I want what they want. But you don't know what their life really look like. You don't know that they about to get a divorce. You don't know that they really broke. You know what I'm saying? But because you're looking at the surface level or just the money, you think that that's what you need because you feel like you don't have the money. But you can have no bread and be very, very, very grounded and spiritually rich. I've had times in my life where I was sleeping on couches for real, but I never sold my soul just so that I can advance, just to get the money. Because one thing I always knew is if I focus on myself and develop myself spiritually, the money will always come and I will always be able to handle whatever happens. But if I only chase the money, I'm going to be very shallow, superficial, and hollow inside. You ever been in nature and you knocked on a tree looked tall, and then you knock on it and it feel like nothing in there? And you could just put your fingers through it and put a hole through the tree. That tree can crumble like that. Why is this? Because it's hollow inside. It has no real substance. So you should want to have actual substance within your life. Because there's a quote that says, some people are so poor, all they have is money. Why is it that you could go to a third world country, right? A country where there's not a lot of development, there's not a lot of economics and stuff like that, and you can meet those people and gain so much wisdom and perspective from them. It's still countries and cities inside of countries in this world and provinces, they don't even have iPhones yet, but people are traveling there to get away from the matrix of chasing money right now. You can go somewhere else in the world and get so much perspective and come back and be a different person. That's why you got people going to Bali because they want to detach. They want to get away from all this money, because they're putting people on a pedestal. That shit is really affecting your mind more than you know. You got to chase who you're becoming instead of chasing who somebody else is or who they're portraying themselves to be, because everybody ain't who they say they are. And you got to be so grounded with who you are and where you're going. And that's all that matters for real. Fitness/health. There are people that have all the money, but they have not been able to discipline what they put in their mouth. So what ends up happening is they start having diseases. What is a disease? Your body is not at ease. Dis-ease. Your body is not at ease. So you are looking up to somebody. You're putting somebody on a pedestal that ain't even healthy. And you healthy, but yet you trying to be this person. That don't even make sense. Once again, become your own bar. What if you just focused on being the best version of who you are today, and then tomorrow, and then the next day? What if you said, I'm gonna have good habits, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna focus, and I'm gonna become the best me? Not the best him, not the best her, the best me. That's all you gotta do. That's all you have to do. You don't have to chase who someone else is showing who they are. You have to keep progressing into who you're becoming. And it's a lot easier said than done, but it's not as hard as you think. But it comes down to discipline and focus, and not buying in to marketing, not buying into the lies. Lock in. You got to know who you are for real to know where you're going. If you don't know who you are, you're going to easily get taken off course because somebody else could flash a couple dollars in your face. You are not for sale. Don't go through this life and just have a price tag. Somebody flashed 10,000 in your face. Okay, I'm going to go with you now, right? Look at a great example. The movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. Jonah Hill, Leonardo DiCaprio. He said, if you show me that you made X amount of dollars, I'll quit my job right now. He did it. Quit his job. Then what happened? All kind of crazy shit started happening. They made a lot of money, but they ended up crashing and burning. Why is that? Because the emphasis and the focus was only on money, right? Your body's shutting down because you got all these health issues, but you got the money though. So it's about being well-rounded, being a well-rounded individual. Don't just focus on the money. Focus on your health. Focus on fitness. Go get a detox, right? Go cleanse your colon. Go work out. Go hire a trainer. Go do some yoga. Go sit in the sauna every day for 60 days straight. Go on a fast. That's going to help you make money too. See, we got it all backwards. We think that if we chase the money, we're going to get the money. But if you pursue the personal development, you'll have everything that you want. See, it's a mind game. Don't just chase the money. Become the person that the money wants to be around. That's all you got to do for real, right? This materialistic shit. Everybody wants a G-Wagon right now, right? Because it's being marketed. A Rolex. I could have bought a Rolex 20 times, but what I do? I put it in the stock market, right? I dropped $2,000 on stuff for this office so I could pour into the world because I'm not chasing materialistic things. Materialistic things don't make me, and they should never make you. Because all the materialistic thing, it's just a trophy. It's just a trophy. And when you win a game or you get a trophy, what do you usually do with a trophy? You just put it in your curio cabinet, or you just put it somewhere where you could show it off whenever people come in. That's it. It's just bragging rights. It's just a symbol. It's a status symbol. But that does not make you who you are, right? I'm gonna get a rollie when I feel like it, right? Because I know who I am. A logo that's temporarily on my body that I'm wearing does not make me valuable. I make me valuable. What's in my head makes me valuable. The fact that I'm not sick makes me valuable. The fact that I could change people's lives makes me valuable. That's what the game is really about. That's what this life is really about. Because when you are 6 feet under this, it's at your funeral. Nobody gonna be like, man, he had 3 rollies. He ended up working so hard, he got 2 APs. Man, he had that Rolls Royce. She had a Bentley. She had this big house. That ain't nobody gonna say that. But what they are gonna say is, this person changed my life. I was in a dark place and I met this individual and they helped me believe in myself. That's what it's really about. But we living in a world where the big emphasis is on the materialistic things, because so many people are empty inside that they masking it with the materialistic stuff, with the money. But what's the real legacy? What's the real value? What's the real energy that you coming in this world with? What's the real intention behind what you're doing? And also, why do you want to make money? Do you want to make money just so you could buy things? Or do you want to make money so you can invest into doing things that can change your life, that could change your family life, that could change the world, make the world a better place, put people in position to win so that they could change their life, right? What do you really want the bread for? What you doing this for? So you just want to make money so you could go buy that new car that ain't got no real value? Is that why? So you just want money for no real reason, for real. And that's why it feels so hard, because you doing it for the wrong reasons. You got to check yourself. You got to ask yourself, why am I really doing this? Because let me share something with you. If you are working hard just to get a materialistic thing, I'm not saying don't have goals, but if the main thought in your mind is like, I got to get this thing, you hustling backwards. I promise you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get it, and then you're going to realize like you'll feel proud for like a week, and then you're going to be like, damn, this thing ain't doing nothing for me. Now what? You going to just keep jumping from like thing to thing? Or are you going to Put yourself in a position where like you fulfilled inside of here. You fulfilled internally because you know you a good person. And another thing, your spiritual self, your spiritual body, your energetic aura. What does your energy say about you? When you walk in a room, what's your energetic legacy? Are you a light? Do people want to be around you? Or do people shy away from you? Are people just talking shit about you because you're not really like a good person? Or you ain't got no real value to add? So you gotta think about these things. You gotta write down who are you? And then you gotta write down who are you going to be? Who am I? Who am I gonna be? And you gotta put real work in to change who you used to be, right? Because what got you here won't get you there. So it's like, what you doing this for? Do you want to be spiritually fulfilled, or do you want to just be materialistically satisfied? I got the money, so that's all that matters. Like, stop making money your God, right? And then the second that you don't get the money, you all the way down here, because the only thing that you was thinking about was the bread. Because you got all these things up here, right? And even your challenges. Whenever you going through something, man, stop putting challenges. When you going through a challenging time, stop putting that on a pedestal. Anything that you are going through, you are the bar. It is below you. That's how you make your challenges smaller than what they really are. I just ask yourself, what if whenever I got faced with a challenge, I laughed at it because I knew that it wasn't that big. It wasn't that serious. It wasn't that deep. What if I just knew that every challenge was smaller than me? How would I show up differently? When you face a challenge, it's so big to you, you're inferior to it, and you cave in and you fold. Stop folding. Stop looking at this challenge as like, oh man, I ain't never gonna be able to get over this. This sucks. This is a big challenge. No, man, that ain't nothing. I'm gonna get through this. It ain't shit. Been here before. And when you've been challenged in your life, a couple times, now you have a reference point. And you could be like, man, I overcame X, so I know that I'm gonna get through this. I know how to overcome challenges, because life comes with challenges. If you look in the stock market, I don't care what stock it is, it's gonna go like this, right? Boom. Peaks, valleys, peaks, valleys. And when you down, the only place you can go is up. The only place you can go is up. So when you are down, why are you down on yourself? You already down? So why are you down on yourself? If I'm down, I gotta be up on myself so I could get up. It's just a way of thinking. It's just a mindset. You gotta develop that mentality. Stay poised at all times. Stay calm when it's a crisis. Because every great leader is calm when there's a crisis. And everybody wants a leader that is calm when there is a crisis, because that's who people look up to. Not look up to, but that's who people are looking for to lead them. Do you want a leader that is freaking out and chaotic in a time of a crisis? Or do you want the person that's like chilling in a corner when everybody freaking out and they just chilling in the corner? Because they can think. You can't think when you freaking out. You can't think when you scatterbrain. So I really want you to think about this. You got to become the bar. You got to become your own standard. You got to set your standard. When you set your standard, nobody else's standards can rattle you. They can't rattle you because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because you know who you are, you know what your standards are, and as long as you are meeting your standards, you good, because you know you're progressing. So listen, y'all, become the fucking bar. Stop putting people on a pedestal. Stop putting things on a pedestal. I don't want to be anybody. You shouldn't want to be anybody. Feel free to get inspired by other people, that's cool, but I don't want to be nobody. You know why? Because I just want to be who I'm supposed to be. That's it. It's simple as that. And when you take that disposition, the game changes for you. Your whole perspective shifts. Now, anything anybody else say, I don't care. I don't care for real. Like, I hear what you're saying. I could find value in it, but I don't care because I know who I am, right? A great philosopher named Nipsey said, when in a song before, he said, I'm not in anybody's rush because I know my plan. If you know your plan, what you rushing for? What you rushing for? If you know your plan, if you know where you're going. So you got to trust yourself. You got to stay down on yourself. You got to believe in yourself no matter what. Don't let a couple $1,000s get dangled in your face and now you don't know who you are and you out here selling your soul for a couple racks. We don't do that over here, right? So stop putting people on the pedestal. Become the bar. set your own standard, right? Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Every single Wednesday, I got some heat for you, and we about to start coming with 2-3 videos a week, right? So I appreciate all the love. Drop something in the comments. Let me know what you rocking with, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace. Stay smooth.